Hello, 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 hello. Nobody spoke. Hello?
Oh, God, what's going on?
Wrong. We're clicking and hitting everything.
Nick needs to unmute himself.
Yay!
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Fuck yeah. We're doing good. We're doing awesome.
It's always perfectly smooth. It's always perfectly smooth.
It's Thursday night. This is the Grimm and Ruby show.
I think, Richard, you're going to have to announce the show as you do in your very brilliant way.
What number is it? 74?
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, 74. Christ.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 74 of the Ideal Home Show.
Hello.
With us today, we have two special guests. We have Nick Grimm Green of the YouTubes.
Yes, that's me. That's what they call me.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we have that girl that they call Ruby Roo, also from YouTube's Culture Clouds, and Linkove Juice.
That's right.
Today we've brought them on especially to talk about squonking.
Good.
Not really. But we've brought them on. We're going to do our usual little bits and bats, but mainly talk about general stuff. Talk about America, what's going on there. Talk about their juice lines and all that good stuff. The podcast, everything. We'll cover it all.
Yeah.
And jam.
But first...
and jam.
And jam.
Jamuk.
Yeah. Jamuk.
Yeah.
Jamuk 2017, baby.
Boy, Jamuk.
And Nick,
yeah.
I don't want to see you fighting this year in the pub.
No fun.
Oh, yeah. That got out of hand.
And then we kidnapped you and took you to a hotel, and we carried on drinking. That's good. Yeah.
That could have been a lot worse, kidnapping him and taking him to a hotel.
Yeah, it could have been worse.
Got away with it, though.
It was just the way he kind of like walked. He was gently going to his own hotel, and John's like, no, you're coming in ours.
I still remember how drunk I was, and then I got around. The only thing I know, I remember saying to Nick on that night at Jam was, "What are you having a drink, mate?" And Nick said, "I'll have a John Smith's, if that's okay." And of course it is. Tastes like piss and ashtrays. You can have a John Smith's if you want one.
You can have whatever shitty drink you want to have. Yeah, pretty much.
That's proper British hospitality.
Before we go too far off road, let's do the cliche. Let's do the biggest cliche in live vape broadcasting. John, how's your week been and what are you vaping?
My week's been very good, thank you very much. At justadnick.co.uk. We haven't had. Well, I had chili con carne for dinner. It was very nice, actually. What am I vaping on? I've got.
Oh my God! Who let him in here?
Hello.
It's Scott.
Oh my God!
What's got on, boy?
Right?
Hello, Scott.
Hi, Scott.
Great,
All right.
Crash to say hello to Nick and Ruby.
Oh, Lord. My mind is blown right now.
Nick, I was actually on the show the last time you was on it, and I tried saying hello to you about 20 times. You proper blanked me.
Oh.
You were on a mobile, to be fair.
Yeah, if I remember, it was a mobile from a motel car park.
There was about 100 people in there at the time, though, so I'll let you off.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you. That was a dick move on my part, I guess.
Yeah, Scott can't be at Vape Jam this year, and so we asked him to pop on and say hi to you both because he wasn't going to be at Vape Jam.
You're not going to
Someday,
be
Scott.
there.
Yeah.
Someday we'll make it happen.
Why don't you go to Vape Fest?
What?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Vape Fest.
Would you like to sponsor my ticket? That'd be great.
No. I wish I could.
But that bloody juice line pays for it.
We were looking at it with Flixie, weren't we?
We'll have an iOS whip round, and you and Nick can both come over.
Might get you to New York or something.
When's Vape Fest? When is Vape Fest? When is, I don't know when Vape Fest is.
August.
End of our
August
summer.
time, I think.
Yeah, first weekend of August.
Yeah.
And when you
Yeah,
play
first weekend
in
of
a
August.
field and everything.
It's all outside, yeah. So
That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah,
it's
that'd be
a
awesome.
nicer atmosphere. Well, I think for me anyway. It's outside. It's just more relaxed. It's more of a sort of hippie / festival.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm really into that.
Whereas the indoor ones, they look a bit too.
It's extremely
Too
relaxed.
much for me and my anxiety issues.
I've got good news from chat for Ruby. Somebody has offered to sponsor your ticket, and they're going to pay for the 12 quid camping as well. So
Oh, great, great.
Wow.
Good.
Just gonna hang out with some guy.
They have to cover the got nothing at all.
Not some guy, Trev on chat.
I think you get your own tent. I think Trev is letting you have your own tent and the 12. He's not going to buy you a tent, but he'll pay for the picture.
You guys will have to take me to like Tesco, and I'll get a little tent.
Yeah, you get a tent.
yeah, they've got a Waitrose. They've got a Waitrose in Shrewsbury. It's right posh.
Right, posh.
Trev, thank you so much for the offer.
If you did the airfare as well, Trev, you might have more of a chance. But, yeah.
No, he said no. Only
12
the
quid
camping.
camp ticket.
Wait, when is it?
First weekend of August.
Yeah, someone's just said
Oh, that sounds
4th,
great.
6th, I think. Yeah.
I was a
Right.
day
Oh, I can't go to that.
Vote first.
Wait, can't you
Yeah,
go,
yeah.
Nick?
It's
Oh,
been
no.
That's,
It better
August 6th is Metallica in San Diego.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
There's not a lot that's going to tear me away from seeing
Come
Metallica
on.
live.
There's never a better reason to go somewhere. It's that, I think, Nick, actually.
Either way,
Okay.
you're going to be lying in the field.
Well-
Yeah.
Well, you convinced me, so that was easy. That was easier than you thought it would be, huh?
Either way, you get to lie in a field and get fucked by a stranger. It's just where.
When is Vape Jam?
Not this weekend. No,
This
weekend.
weekend.
No,
Weekend
next
after.
weekend.
And it's in
Yeah, next
Birmingham, is it?
No, London.
it's London.
Down the road from you.
Next door to your house.
Oh, the one in London?
Yeah.
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 Oh, right.
So you're gonna come now?
No.
Tempted now.
Oh.
No, Scott, here's what you do. You go, and then you don't go to the event. You just hang out with us afterward.
Yeah.
I'll just stand outside.
That's it. Just avoid the event, and then just come,
come
like, stay in
hang
your
out with
hotel, relax, take a nap, take a bath,
Yeah.
maybe,
Just come
and
to
then
the
at the
pub.
end of the night, yeah,
Yeah.
just come to the
Oh,
pub.
yeah,
after.
I might be able to meet up with you somewhere in London. Maybe
Yes.
or
Yeah.
Vape.
We'll go to the pub after.
I could
And
have told you there's one in Birmingham.
There's a little pub outside, Scott. I know you don't drink, but it's literally outside of the event, and it's not really intense.
No,
Oh, what's that pub called?
It's called the Fox.
Oh, right.
If you type in the Fox, what's the expo center?
the
Excel.
Novotel, the Novotel or the Excel or something like that. And they let us vape in the pub last time. Like everyone was just clouds
I
everywhere.
don't know if they will next time. There'll be people.
Yeah,
Well,
it's not too far away from me. It's probably about 20 minutes on the train.
There you go.
Yeah. Boom. You're good.
Let's
Oh,
go.
well, you never know.
I'll get you some dinner.
Never
Scott.
know. I will sponsor your train ticket.
Yeah.
Lanco Vapor will
Ruby.
sponsor Scott Bonner's show up at the pub.
There's
Absolutely.
a lot of money thrown around here.
Yeah, you'll have
There
to
is.
like wear like a Lane Cove stickers like all over your shirt though.
Let's just hold on. Let's see if Trev in chat is going to put 12 quid in as well. Trev seems a bit free and easy with his money. It might be, maybe.
Anyway, John.
Anyway,
How's
John.
it week been?
No, chaps, I'm going to chip off now, so I only want to come in
All right,
and
mate.
say hello to
Good to see you, Scott.
Ruby and Nick. I won't bother about the
Yeah,
rest
so
of that.
good, bro. So good.
Cheers, Scott.
I'm a joke, of course.
See you, bro.
Love you all. Have a good night, and I'll speak to you soon.
Okay.
Take care. See you,
Bye,
chaps.
buddy.
See you later. See you.
Bye.
I thought it'd be a nice surprise for you both just to get the.
That was great. I was
Yeah. Friggin' Scott. Good Lord.
Bring it out
in the message I sent him, I said, I did say in the messages, I think Nick's going to wet himself if you turn up.
Yeah, I almost did. That's amazing. I've been watching Scott. I mean, longer than any other. He was doing YouTube videos before anybody was.
Yeah.
Before any vapors were on YouTube, it was him, and it was in like his bedroom, and he had like a skylight, and he was talking about this little stupid battery thing. I just couldn't get I couldn't get enough of it, man. He's awesome.
He is the godfather, I think, of reviewing. People have said.
We've fanboyed a few times with Scott. First time we had him on the show, and we met him at Vape Fest last year. Yeah, and yeah, just fanboyed massively.
Yeah, I bet I would.
It's good, awesome.
We'll get in there.
Fuck. So, how's my week? Oh, what have I got? Oh, I got I'm vaping on a Darwin Mods Evolver, which I only got today.
Yay! Nice.
Fancy.
nice.
With a Keto tank on top, and in that I've got Grasshopper by Coil Vapes.
How are you finding series vaping?
Well, I had so many people. I've had an embarrassing amount of people message me today, sort of worried about my health. I've been vaping nearly 6 years. I'm fine. People send me stuff, go, don't forget that's parallel. I know it is.
Not parallel, it's series.
Not parallel, sorry, series. People keep telling me, don't blow your head off. I know. Yeah, it's fine. I coiled it at 0.7 and it's dandy.
Yeah, they're great mod. I love mine.
It's cloudy, but very good. What else have I got? I've got a billet box. Right, Hellfire in it.
A little bit of potato.
Oh my god!
Is vaping on potato?
No, I've gone potato with my lovely internet connection, and I've got Smoke and Skulls Vicious in it, which is a sort of blackcurrant menthol, because I've got a cold, and it's really nice. So I'm vaping that. I have a Dacus flask.
Ooh.
And on top of that, it's a Vapor Giant Nano. It's very small. I don't know if you're able to see it.
I need to say it's a nano because it's not a nano.
That's got raspberry mint in it. And last but by no means least, though I did neonal it up. I think that looks awesome. Now it's neonal.
That's cool.
Don't worry, we can get you neonals and vinyls and everything next week. Just ask. No.
Good.
And what have I got in there? It's the Nautilus V2 with Woo Wah cigar by Mr. Eddie Woo Wah.
Eddie Woo Wah is actually coming to Jam as well.
Oh, awesome. Love Eddie Woo Wah. And that's the Night V2. That's in. That's it, really. That's what I've got in my hand today. Richard, what are you vaping on? How's your week been? What rice did you have for lunch?
Mexican style rice.
Hey!
Oh, the old Uncle Ben's Mexican style rice.
Stick to what you know.
Did you go for some tortillas with this Mexican rice this week?
No, it actually went crispless. I'm on a diet.
Oh.
Yeah, cut out the potato chips and I'm good to go.
Not even some crushed up Wotsits on top or anything.
Do you know what I was tempted to do? Some skips.
Oh, a bit of prawn cocktail on top.
Interesting. I don't know though.
I saw someone with some skips and I thought, I want skips.
I really liked the random. Do you know what? I thought I'm not going to skip the rice question. I don't care if there's guests. I want to know what rice Richard has.
I might start just one thread on the group, just each week's rice, each day.
You have to call it the rice is right, Richard.
After a year, there'll be 300 pictures of rice. It's an option. I'll throw it out there. If chat go for it, I'll do it.
That's riveting content.
Yeah,
honestly,
highly entertaining.
We've been scraping the barrel for 6 months.
Oh, that's much like the podcast.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Ooh.
I'm kidding.
Drama. Be like advocacy next.
Okay, so vaping on the recoil RDA. Have you
Yeah,
seen
you
this?
are.
Have you seen this?
It's
Nick?
good.
It's really
look,
good.
Very solid. Looks good on there.
Lovely little red
Rubbish.
tip.
That's on one of Chris Lee's mods.
It's on my Ideal Home Show Help the Heroes bio box.
Cool.
Dual parallel. In there, I've got Gluttony from DB Liquids.
Whereabouts did you get that from? Gluttony?
I got-
Can you
oh,
buy
yeah,
that
no,
in the UK?
No, you can't get it in the UK.
I think you can.
Where
I'm
can you get it
sure. I'm certain you fucking can.
Oh yeah, you can actually. There's only one place in the UK, just at nick.co.uk.
Oh yeah, that's the place. That's the one.
Nowhere else in the UK sells it.
If you're wondering, that's where John works.
Yeah, fuck it is.
Hexome Velocity V2. That's new to me actually. Velocity V2. A little tip on there, and I've got Killer Custard from Vapetasia in there.
Nice.
That from Raylo. Cheers, Ray. And
That's one of your favourite liquids of all time, isn't it? The
my favourite liquid of all time, Killer Custard. Yeah. And then I've got the Primo V2. Did you get this week, Nick?
Yeah, I got my Primo V2. I don't know what the difference is other than it's not leather on the back. It's carbon fiber.
Yeah.
That's all I've noticed so far.
Carbon fiber, they've updated the board a bit. It can do more watts now.
Sure.
I mean, like,
So weird.
I don't know how
3
much
weeks ago.
I don't know how
3
much
weeks
they can
ago,
do
the
in
Primo
25
came out.
days. Yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
I don't know what to do about that. But yeah, so Primo V2, Hurricane V2 with the dual coil deck, and the E Phoenix juice inside, the new E Phoenix juice. Emerald, which again is a custard derivative. Oh, and you said, what am I drinking on? I'm drinking on St. Bernardus, number 6.
Oh, good choice.
Hmm.
Is that a Trappist
Ooh.
beer?
Yeah, this one's a double, but they're the best ones, like a quad, like the 12, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a quad for show.
This is the mellow one. Yeah, so that's that. Are the guests getting in on this?
Yeah.
Pick whoever you like.
Nick, how's your week been, and what are you vaping on?
What did you have for breakfast?
Good. I am also on a diet. I had a salad with chicken and a little splash of dressing because I'm trying to not be the chubbiest chub that ever chubbed on earth. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm in between Atlanta and the UK right now, so
we have to stop there. You had a salad for breakfast.
well, it's lunch here. It's 1:30 p.m.
Okay,
here.
that's cool.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I don't eat. The only time I eat breakfast is not at breakfast times. Like I love breakfast food, but I don't eat it in the morning because in the morning I can't eat food. I can't consume food. It grosses me out.
But that's the key. That's the key to losing weight is to eat breakfast.
Is it really? Eating breakfast? Even if I barf every day?
Yeah.
Oh, that might be why I lose weight.
Yeah, exactly.
I see now why we eat breakfast. Okay. Okay. There you go. That's fine. Yeah. So I'm just trying to get caught up on everything in the world in the week that I'm home in between events. But yeah, everything's good. Everything's going swimmingly, I guess, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
He's polishing up on his British already.
Yeah, is that a British thing? Swimmingly?
Everything's going swimmingly. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Ah,
Yeah, that's
good.
nice.
Yeah, everything's going swimmingly. I'm vaping on a whole bunch of nonsense. I got my Evic Primo 2 as well. Carbon fiber, no more leather. I guess that's what that means. Topped with the Faro RDTA.
Watch your knuckles.
Just built it yesterday and got it loaded up with Bro Trip. It's surprisingly good. It's just a really honking big tank. Like I feel like it's way too big. I don't know. Maybe you can't see it on video.
That is
It's just
big.
big. It's a big tank. I'm also,
That's not a nano.
That's not a nano.
That's
Or it might
definitely
be.
not a nano. That.
That's the nano version. I also got my fancy new Stepwood Hexome from
I
Craving
was going to
Vapor.
ask if you tagged one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I'm really enjoying it. It's weird because the top of it is very rounded, and everything I put on here hangs off over the edge. Like even a 24 millimeter hangs off a little bit, just because of how rounded the top is. It doesn't sit flat on a flat surface. It sits on a rounded surface. But I mean, otherwise it's fine. It vapes awesome, and it's a stab wood hexome. It looks so cool.
Wow.
Come on.
It does look very cool. I like that.
Yeah, it looks super cool. I'm going to bring this with me to the UK for sure. I've just been really loving it. The tank I have on top is from Vapeston. It's got a really dumb name. I can't even remember the name of it. It's called the Cloud Master or the Cloud Blaster or something like that. Yeah, it's one of those. It's a sub-ohm tank, but you know, it's one of those like it's supposed to compete with the other big sub-ohm tanks like the TF-V12 and like just clouds, bro, clouds. That's all this does. The flavor's not much. It just does clouds. I've got that filled up with Primal Elixir's Learn from Known Distro. It's like a lemonade raspberry jobber, and it's super delicious. And then I guess the last thing I have is Recoil RDA on the Loch Ness from Envy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is a pretty rad little guy. It's so comfortable to hold in your hand. It's so comfortable. And it's got the fire button on your thumb here. I've got that loaded up with some Apple. Yeah! These are cool.
Yeah.
Do you like yours? I really like mine.
Have you seen the Stabwood one of those, Nick?
The recess.
No.
There's a Stabwood one of those as well.
Is there really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for about.
That's the economy version of a high-end mod. Yeah.
I think the one in Vegas when they first came out, the ones at Vegas, I think there was like Matt. I think John from Craving was there as well, and they were going for I think it was $7,500 for the Loch Ness when it came out.
Okay, well, this is the beater version.
Yeah.
And it's still, I could see the appeal of having this in like a Stabwood mod though. Like it's so nice and comfortable to hold. The appeal of Stabwood would be amazing on this. But I've been enjoying it. Recoil RDA, some apple juice that I picked up from Drip Forge. I don't know. It's good. I really like it. That's what I've been vaping.
Just don't worry about Rick doing apple.
Oh.
No, yeah, I just tuned that completely out. That's not even throwing me off, bro. Yeah.
That's just Rick. If you see last week's show.
Yeah, I guess do I have to pass it to Ruby now, or
Yeah, pass it on.
Yeah.
Ruby Roo, welcome to the Ideal Ohm Show. How's your week been? What are you vaping?
My week's been really crazy. We just launched all the new Lane Cove bottles here in the US, and that's been really fun and awesome. And we're working with Malicious Manufacturing and Local Vape now, as in addition to working with Gaslight. So that my week has been absolutely crazy.
Cool.
It's been nuts. As far as what I'm vaping on, I went ahead and I grabbed my Ideal Ohm Show the little sticker. Yay! This is eFusion squared or cubed, or I don't know. It's a DNA 200.
Yeah.
These came out like a year ago. It's an older mod. It's got my Ideal Ohm Show sticker on it. So
we've got more and more now this year, Ruby. We've got vinyls, neonyls, carbinals, shinals. We'll sort you out next week.
I think I still have a stack from the ones that you sent me before because they didn't fit on. They didn't fit on.
We've got all sizes, shapes. I'm making stuff up now, but
yeah.
We're worried that people don't like the show; they just like stickers.
That might be
stickers,
true.
Yeah.
That might be true. So yeah, I've got this guy and Purple Recoil and DHD Unicorn Poop Macaron on there. I'm vaping Mai in this setup. Yeah. Woo! And then
that's basically what this show's for, is pushing products. So just get it going. If you can just drop modmaker.co.uk into the centre, you're definitely.
No. Anyway, I'm also vaping on. I've got a Manhattan V2. This is a Cerakote copper version, which I love. Another Recoil. Another Macaron drip tip from DHD. And I've got Ruby Crew Watermelon Lemonade in that guy. Boop, Watermelon Lemonade. Na 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 na. And I've also got Jewel. because I jewel a lot with
Oh yeah.
cool mint. Oh, did
Look at
you
that, Rude.
finally get a jewel?
I found my jewel.
Oh, you
And
found it.
I found it in my backpack and the charger. I just don't
good.
have any pods left. I'm
Pods.
down to the last of my
Your jewel
mint,
pods.
my cool mint or whatever.
Cool mint, man. I'll have some. I can bring some to you in the UK.
Pods.
Yeah, that would be
Just
amazing.
bring them all the way to the UK. No, that'll be good.
Here's
Oh,
funny.
God.
You guys know Andy, right, from Ohm's Distro?
No.
Richard might.
Nope.
I think you would know him if you saw him. Anyway, I'm bringing him a stack of jewel pods
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
It's
take one of
not a big
those.
thing in the UK.
and a new battery because you can't get them there. So I'm
No.
bringing
Yeah.
him a stack and a new battery
Yeah, we don't do jewels
for
in
Andy.
the UK.
They're really hard to get in the UK. I'm not sure why.
They don't.
Yeah.
They
Well,
don't.
the pods-
They don't sell them there.
Is it
Yeah.
a TPD thing because they're so high nick?
Yeah,
think-
you
I
can't
think-
sell them above 20 milligrams. So
Yeah, I think that's probably why they haven't gone over there.
So you'll be trafficking illegal drugs then, Ruby?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Happily.
anyone who's from customs who's watching, we know she's probably hiding them in the secret back pocket. I'm just saying. I check.
Yeah.
Enjoy your flight. Enjoy the landing.
Thanks,
especially.
guys.
Yeah. Just add that to the YouTuber, entrepreneur, liquid vendor, smuggler.
Yeah, smuggler.
Just throw it right on at the end. Yeah.
It's just
We'll
Right at
get
the end.
we'll get you an Ideal Home Show donut cushion to sit on for the rest of Jan.
thanks. You guys are gross.
No
Damn,
worries.
I miss being on the show so much. Anyway, that's what I've been vaping on, and I've got some other stuff, but it doesn't matter. This is like my current go-to setups right now. So,
Cool.
is there someone? Has everybody gone?
No, they haven't. Pastor Craig or Rick. It's up to you, really. Choose whoever you like.
Okay, how about Craig?
Oh, first of all,
Yes.
Yeah, I
That's
love it.
amazing.
Good.
look at that. It's even got his bum bag at the bottom.
Nice.
Amazing.
So this is Foo. Me and Foo decided this was the one that had to. This is the shirt. So
Yeah, it's good. It's a good choice.
um,
You guys chose wisely.
yeah, it's got taste. Foo's got taste. So yeah. So how's my week been? Busy. All right. Yeah. I'm glad summer's here and the clocks have changed and everything. So it's made a
Yeah.
nice change.
You're such an old man.
I am. Yeah. My phones.
You can take the whippets out now. It's a bit warmer, can't you?
Exactly. I'm 40.
The pigeons stretch their wings.
You know, I mean, Nick's thinking, it's his 40th birthday coming up. I'm 48 this year.
Wow.
48.
Oh, wow.
You know,
That's
We'll all
like that's
get
like
there.
starting
We'll all get there.
your co-op funeral fund. Are you getting it nicely packed up?
yeah. I don't know. I think you should just stick me,
Choose the music.
just stick me in a ditch somewhere. I'll be all right.
Wow.
Yeah. Just,
The bin's going to go once every 2 weeks now. That's why I'm getting the co-op funeral fund sorted.
no.
I don't want to be putting with the recycling.
That's what we're vaping on. I've got the carbon fiber Therion 166. So I've got that one. I didn't like the leather. I'm
with you. Absolutely with you. The leather was fucking horrible.
Yeah, so I didn't have that one. And I've got the Origeni on top and a little carbon fiber drip tip from Signature Tips. And and a crisp bell cap, as always. And in that, I've got Raspberry Ripple from the Ice Cream Man.
Oh, where'd you buy that?
So, Nick.co.uk.
Hey.
Look at that. Right, the next one. The next one is contentious, right? I'm going to put it up just so you can see this.
Oh, it is a bastard.
Oh God, look at that. That's an easy on the insertion, Atty. That is.
Look at that.
Let's have an objective. We've got some expert reviewers in. First impressions, guys.
I wouldn't call myself an expert. I'd say it's.
I would call it a gaudy butt plug.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Yeah.
The rock. It goes with the rock.
It does. Yeah, that would be a vape that The Rock would have for sure.
It is. That's the idea behind this. So,
Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the black box from like an aeroplane. That's what it looks like.
What if we told you it was $4,000?
Find that.
So you going? Sorry.
What if we told you it was $4,000? Silence.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Well, one guy's was.
But yeah, it's all titanium. The whole thing's titanium, so it's got like that's the inside of the top cap colouring on the top cap, and then it's quite. Yeah, it's very different.
Yeah, you're not helping. It still looks like the end of a butt plug.
It does, but it tastes very, very nice. It tastes very, very nice. So yeah.
I bet it does.
Yeah.
Really.
Before or after is the question.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the EVL Tyrant. It was John found one. He'd only done 12 of them, and then I said that I was after one, and he went, "Oh, I'll sort you something out." And I said, "Just go mad." So he kind of went really mad with it. So yeah, big thank you to John for that. And that's on the SVB, the SX350 JV2 from Nigel.
I do like that distressed look from Nigel. I think it's great.
Yeah, the rat.
The rat.
Really good.
Yeah.
It's really nice to wear on it and everything. So got that. And the last bit is I bet Nick's had the same problem with this. I think Richard mentioned it. I've got the Alpine from Synthetic Cloud.
Mhm.
Sure.
With quite possibly the worst drip tip ever made.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's the worst drip tip ever.
God,
It's
it's
just awful.
such a letdown because it's a really nice tank, really well made, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh, let's stick this unusable bit of shite on top.
Yeah, it's
Say
so
what you
good.
think. Say what you think, Craig. Don't butter it. Just say what
I think that they should come out with like a V2 drip tip. Just buy that with the with the airflow adjustment just separately, just to fix that issue. I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah,
'Cause-
or make one that's just a tiny bit taller that just kind of like flanges down.
yeah, if it's like smooth rather than having like a step there, because it is uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's like the tobacco one did that kind of thing where it just curved down and went into the whole thing was just like came off. Do that kind of thing, but it's silly really. So, but yeah, so I'm on that, and I'm on the Aspire Archon, which I just love as a throw around. A really good little throw around mod. So it's really cool. So, tidy on the inside, very nice.
Like it. I like it.
So yeah, so I'm on that. So yeah, that's about it. And Rick, I think it's
We're going for the record today with 36 minutes still hand checking. I think we should definitely stretch it out. Stretch it out, Rick. Don't fuck about me.
I'll be quick then. Yeah. What am I vaping on? Right. Got a Goon 24 on this little mech. Secret. My mech.
Oh,
No.
that's Rick's mech.
And in that, I'm vaping my Voodoo Brew that it's my go-to. I like it. Oh, and I've got a special drip tip actually on top of there as well from Nikos in Code Vapors in Greece. He sent me that. Thank you very much. Really nice.
Rick, is the name of the mod still a secret?
No, I don't know.
Shall we ask Chat? Shall we ask Chat to come up with the best name for a mech mod?
No.
You can ask them what you like. I don't mean I'm going to use it when I'm bringing it out. But
They won't win.
what else? Yes, I got another Goon. Sorry, I'm going mixy matchy with my Goons. Look, see what I'm doing there. Look.
Yeah.
I've got that brass and black Goon on my Rogue LE number 5.
Nice.
Thought I'd get that out. It's been sitting on the shelf. I've got too much money in it to let it sit there, so I'm using it today. And in that, I've got Lychee Punch from this little shop in. There's a little shop in the UK, little new business.
Oh, God.
And you can buy these flavour shots, and they send it to you with the VG and the nicotine and the bottle and everything. It's like so cheap. And you try it all in a bottle, mix it up, and you've got like 50 ml or 100 ml of juice for no money at all. I just had
It's a fucking website.
You've got a website. Just add nick.co.uk. It's great.
I'll put it in the chat so people know it.
Yeah, put it
good
in the description. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff.
Even I was blushing then.
Finally,
Names of the mod. Oh wait, there we got some names for the mod. The Grandmaster Ramrod. That was one. Rick's Rod. Gus came up with the arse destroyer.
Of course he would come up with that, wouldn't he? Being a
I think you should go with arse destroyer or Grandmaster Ramrod.
Two very good names, and I'll give them careful consideration.
Yeah, and they've come up with the Bunbridge 12.
The Bunbridge 12.
And if I choose one of those names, the person who came up with it will receive one of these mods in their Jaxie. Delivered by me. Yeah.
I had a cat named Jaxie. And we knew exactly what it meant.
It's a little shit.
Yeah, she used a Manx cat, so they don't have tails. So you would just see her little butthole all the time.
A little pencil sharp.
A little pencil sharp.
In the UK, in the UK, that would be called her balloon knot.
Ooh, lovely.
Oh God, that paints a nice.
Somebody said that on the home page the other day. They said, I woke up this morning and the cat's balloon knot was imprinted on the windscreen of my car. That's great.
Fuck. That's amazing.
Well, I've got one more. Last one quickly. I've got the cosmonauts. I've got a little present from Golden Vapes. They made me a drip tip, and when I look really closely in it, I don't know if you buy from Modmaker, we get these little shiny stickers that we send out. They've actually embedded one in some resin and some gears. They've got a bit of steampunk going on there, and they sent me that today, and I was really happy with that.
Oh,
that's cool.
Thank you, Sean and Bessie.
He's in chat actually as well.
Yeah, really pleased with that. And that's on my triple parallel that I made. That's probably going to be my jam mod actually. Having 3 batteries, it will last all day. So that's all I'm vaping on.
Well, have we got any urgent news? There was only one thing I really wanted to do.
I was going to do this one quickly, really quickly, which was this broke yesterday, which is that New Zealand have decided to. I'm trying to think of the word.
Legalize.
Stop vaping being illegal. Deregulate vaping. Yeah, that was it. Deregulate vaping in New Zealand. It's going to take some time, but they've come over to the dark side because they realise it actually stops people smoking. So that's good news, actually.
Good, yeah.
Yay.
Go New Zealand.
Good job.
Go New Zealand.
That was the only bit of news that I had. Craig, what was the bit you wanted to do?
The only one I wanted to do was the name of that RDA that came out, because I just think that's just the greatest name ever for an RDA.
They must have done it on purpose.
Yeah, I mean,
the recoil? Yeah.
Hey, where can you get one of those? No, you've got to put your website address after it as well if you're doing it. He's kind of.
I don't even know. Yeah, localvape.com, twistedmessage.com.
There you go.
You can. Yeah.
And the RDA. Have you got the image there, Rick?
Oh, now you're throwing me now, aren't you?
Oh.
Yeah, I've got it.
It's worth waiting for.
It definitely is worth waiting for.
It is.
Let's bring it up then.
Here it is. There we go. Yep, it's the Shat.
Oh, what?
I can't wait.
What?
It's basically a clone of the MGNT, but they decided to call it the Shat V2.
I was just going to say that's really cheap.
What would you do first? Would you wanko first, then Shat, or Shat then wanko?
Oh,
that's the difficult one, isn't it?
Oh, I haven't shared it. There we go. We better share it.
See how you feel.
Yeah, so there you go. I just thought
I think I definitely need to get one of these.
I don't know if I can afford one.
It doesn't actually look too bad, but is it a clone of something or not?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
It's the clone of the MGMT or from Shadow Vapor.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So we won't be getting one.
Wow.
But
is it annoying anybody else that drip tip was sitting
sideways
on there?
It was annoying.
Oh my god!
That's a hallmark of fast tip.
Right, while you're talking about shat and nasty things like that, I've actually got a mod that would sit on very nicely to show.
What you've shat on your mod?
Go for it.
Hey, there we go. The Voopoo. That's come out. Look, the Voopoo drag.
Shut on my voopoo.
You put a shut on your Voopoo. Yeah.
That's a bummer because that's kind of a cool looking mod, man.
There we go. Bummer.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the Voop. Ooh.
So yeah, you
Isn't
can
the
put a
Voopoo?
shut.
Shut on my
Isn't the
Someone-
Voopoo drag what your dog does when you shout at it?
Someone
That's
really
when they
needs
can't, when they
to
haven't
buy
set
that.
plainly, and they sit on their bums and drag themselves along, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't Voopoo drag. Don't.
Poop. Ooh.
Yeah.
Someone
definitely
really needs
Voopoo.
to buy that for Foo. Someone really needs to buy that for Foo.
Yeah,
That's
but-
definitely the setup for 2017. I'd say the shat on the Voopoo.
It's official.
Somebody said that Adam in chat says there should be a high-end version of the shat called the Shart. Which I quite
That can be the tank that goes with it.
yeah, the Shart.
Shot, yeah. Shot.
RTA.
Okie dokie. Are we on to
Right.
guest now? Gonna skip. We've kind of got like a script.
Yeah, I was gonna kind of miss. I'm gonna miss all of the $3,500 for a Hadley.
Oh, can I just do one more thing very quickly because
Yeah, of course.
I'd like to get the guy's opinion on this. Another new mod that's come out this week or has come out lately, from Fumitech, called the Vapor Gun.
Fuck.
What?
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
have a look at this fucking thing.
Oh,
I'm
fucking
really
hell.
worried now about what this picture's going to be.
Oh no, that's
Jesus
it.
Christ.
Oh no.
That's terrible. Wow.
That's awful.
That's how to get killed in the UK is to have that.
That's
How to get killed anywhere?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's
That's
pretty
not- that's
ridiculous.
not
And
like Fumitech,
I think
is
it's
it?
got cartridges that fit into here, into the game,
God.
and you stick it in your mouth and
Oh.
pull the trigger and vape. It's fucking
Oh my
ridiculous.
God.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
People will
And
get
I've seen a lot of dumb things.
if you had one of these, definitely you might get away with it around in the UK, but you'd get shot in the States if you carried that in.
Oh yeah, the LAPD wouldn't hesitate. They would just shoot you dead.
And they're like, no, it's just my vape thing, and then they don't shoot you yet, and then
They
you
go,
pull it out, and then they definitely shoot you.
yeah.
Oh,
Would
God.
anyone else be really worried every time they pulled the trigger?
Yeah. Really worried.
Could be scary.
And forget about, I mean, you're not flying with that anywhere.
No,
You can't take that on a plane. Nope.
no,
That's your home use only mod. Don't even
Especially-
leave your front door with it.
don't take
Especially-
any pictures of it.
Could you imagine standing in departures, waving it and going, "It's just for vaping."
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
That is-
suicidal vapor.
Filled with bullets.
That's now beaten. I had two of the stupidest mods you could ever buy. There was a guy who converted a quarry detonator trigger into a mod. It was, a quarry detonator. So it's got a trigger on the top.
Right.
As a safety, and then you pulled it. You would definitely be gunned down in the streets of London with that. And the other guy who bored out a real grenade and was working out how you could fit an 18650 in it. I was thinking, that's the least of your worries. If you get that out of your pocket, you'll be dead before you ever have to worry about how to fucking fire it, mate.
Yeah.
did
Was it
Right.
the Cool Fire from a couple years ago?
Yeah.
That was
Oh yeah, no,
grenade?
yeah, that was it. Yeah, no, there was the cool fire, but this was an actual
Grenade.
disarmed grenade, an actual real grenade.
I did
Yeah.
forget to say on my hand check, sorry, what juice I've got in this mod as well. And I've got it's quite a nice little strawberry juice. It's all right. And it's from Epic Clouds.
Okay.
Epic Clouds
Oh.
Circus. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's good. That's a good one. I'm gonna vape. I want to vape that. I've been craving that juice lately, and I forget kind of that we have it.
I'll bring you some
Yeah,
next week.
if you could bring me a bottle, that would be great.
I've only got a few bits left in it. I haven't got a whole bottle, but I'll bring you what I've got.
Where can you get that juice, though?
I feel like I should be bringing you a bottle of it instead of you giving me your remaining 1.5 mils.
I purchased it from Herman Vapes. It must have been Jam last year or Expo. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
it is very nice.
Very good
Nick.
juice.
Congratulations.
Yig.
Thank you.
I really like Yig.
Richard, have you got any news you want to do before we do the guesty yes?
I don't, but I thought Rick was going to mention his bottles.
No, I'm not mentioning those.
All right.
Too many.
Yeah,
just do it for it.
I'll mention that.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so there are some amazing new Squonk bottles that have just hit the market. If you go to modmaker.co.uk, and please do, because he's not sold very many.
He's really struggling.
They are the softest Squonk bottles on the market. So if you're a Squonker,
they're not actually. They're not silicone. They're not silk ones. They're not the silicone ones.
No, I've tested it. They are the softest Squonk bottles on the market. Go and get some. Modmaker.co.uk. They've now got the caps, the tubes, everything, full kit.
Thank you for that, Richard. Thank you.
No,
it has been a mental week. It's been really mental.
Almost people should buy them even if they don't squonk, just to troll you.
Just give it a go. Just
to annoy me, yeah. And I do give out vinyls with orders as well. So
I do as well at justadnick.co.uk.
Right, my section.
Okay. Yeah, John, take us away with the real main topic.
Okay, the real main topic is Ruby and Nick. Okay, I've got to go with the script that we've got. You're our main topic. Yeah, look, we're stretching it. We've been doing it for a long time now. 74 shows, for fuck's sake. We'll kick off with the Culture of Clouds podcast.
Cool.
For those who haven't seen it, haven't listened to it, sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, which is everybody. Nobody's seen it.
They have it.
It's quite
in their
dark.
minds. They have it. Fuck off. For everybody who hasn't listened to the Culture of Clouds podcast, what is it, Nick?
Well, it's a podcast. I got the idea like 2 years ago that I wanted to do a podcast, and the only person that I thought of that I would ever really want to do a podcast with was Ruby Roo. And so at ECC, it's actually on video somewhere.
I think it's in the ECC video, but I'm not sure if that video still has sound on it.
Yeah, I don't know. It was in your video.
Yeah.
Just in the background, you can hear me asking Ruby, you're like, hey, do you want to do a podcast? And she's like, oh, yeah. And then that was it. Like,
that was it.
That was it. The podcast was born. And then we spent the next
6
months. Was it 6 full months? We spent the next 6 months trying to think of a name. And we had so many awful... the word really bad names for the podcast.
Oh, come on. What were the names? What was the pick of the line?
I couldn't even think of one off the top of my head. I just remember that every time I heard a name, I was like, "No, that's terrible."
No,
I remember the vlog where you thought of the name on the spot.
Yeah, I did. I just in the news.
Nobody buy that domain now.
Yeah, I was like, it's it's the culture of clouds down here in California, and I was like, oh.
And as soon as you said it, I was like, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Culture of Clouds podcast. Yeah. And so we did our first podcast about a year ago, and it's been awesome. I've been having a great time with it. I mean, I can't speak for Ruby, but she seems to enjoy it as well.
Just kidding.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it's awesome. I love it. And it's it's completely different when you do YouTube for so long, doing something else in media. It's really nice. It kind of gives you a whole different creative outlet to have, and it's a completely different feel and completely different vibe from our videos. It's just really fun. It's just a fantastically fun thing to do.
Do you find it? Oh, go on. Sorry, Ruby.
Oh yeah, I mean it's really fun. It's nice to not have to be a reviewer, really. I mean you're always kind of a reviewer, but it's nice to not be like a YouTube reviewer. We can kind of chill out and have a bunch of inside jokes with our listeners, and it's just I don't know. It's more fun. It's more of a conversation, which is really exciting. The content's really, really fun to create.
Do you find you forget what I know, even just doing our live shows, we've got in trouble a couple of times where we forget that we're live. You forget that you're recording and you...
A little bit, yeah.
Because like to us, I know to everybody else, when we've spoken to guests before we've gone live, that they get really nervous, and we forget a lot of the time that it isn't just the four of us just having a chat. And I wondered if it's the same, if you kind of think, oh, it's just us two having a chat. I say that because we've had little Freudian slips. I know I have.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely feel like you're just talking about something that you're into. I mean, the audience is kind of always in the back of your mind, but it's not. It's different than YouTube. It's very different, especially because I can just show up in like a sweatshirt and like no makeup, and I can just put my headphones on and we can start recording. And I'm like, sorry, Nick, I haven't showered in like a week. Let's start recording.
Do you find it's quite difficult having to do it against a routine? Because when you're doing your own, your own channel and YouTube, you can pretty much. You can say, well, I'm going to leave it today and I'll do this tomorrow and I'll move it around, and you can shuffle things. Do you find it's a little bit trickier now that you kind of got yourself, you have to get this routine going of finding things to talk about and for it?
I mean, we found a pretty good little schedule. Like the day that we record, it both works well for us, and then I can edit it, and Ruby doesn't have to, like, as soon as we hit record, then I can edit it and Ruby will do the description and then we publish it. We've gotten into a really good schedule, I think.
Yeah, and on Wednesdays I like write the show notes and the outline and stuff. So like we have it's a routine, but when Tuesday comes and if we don't have a subject yet, because we record actually on Thursday afternoon.
Yeah. Ruby's a potato.
Oh no!
Okay. You're all right. You've come back. Am
I back? Can you hear me?
You're back.
Okay. Anyway, I think it's fine. We do.
That sounds very similar to, because we write. Believe it, we write our scripts, and so right in front of us at the moment, we've got little like bits that we've written to make sure that we know to jump and shift around and stuff.
Yeah. We do the same thing. If we didn't have like show notes and an outline, I think it would be. Garbage.
I have this bit in my head right now where Nick's going, I bet that bit where Ruby's really racist. I'll just see if she wants to leave it in or not. Shall I leave that in? She's like, no, cut that. Cut that bit where I was really racist.
Ruby does such good outlines. Ruby does all the outlines for the show, and she does such good outlines that there's very little editing involved. Like, I have to put on the music and the intros, and then I edit a couple little things out. But for the most part, our whole podcast is the whole conversation beginning to end. There's never any... there's very little editing involved. And that's, when you guys are talking about forgetting that you're talking to an audience, like you're just talking amongst yourselves, I think that those are like the best shows that we have, where we just talk back and forth like we're having a conversation. It comes across like much more organic and like everybody's hanging out, and I think those make the best.
You can't beat it when you get a bit of banter going between you, and when you got some time and some history, you just have a good laugh, don't you?
Absolutely. And I think as soon as you killed it, because when sometimes we flick off the live button, and sometimes you can just feel that thing of going, that really fucking works. Don't care what anybody thinks. I think we'll go on to next thing in the news. FDA latest in America.
Oh Lord!
Let's do this quickly, though. Let's do
it quickly. I'll wait there. Let me just finish it. So it's FDA latest in America /Trump /HR 1136.
Yeah. What's one word other than depressing?
No, we have. It is a lot. We do have hope, though, especially because the new legislation, HR 1136, is getting more and more co-sponsors here in the U.S. It's over 30 co-sponsors now, which is great, which is very good. So the more popular the bill becomes, or the legislation becomes, the easier it will be to get through the House and get through the Senate. So it's there's hope. I'll put it that way. There's hope, but when you add Trump into that, and he's draining the swamp, and he just appointed a new head of the FDA, it's like, what's really going to happen as far as that goes? I have no idea. So we're trying to mainly focus on I think the new bill that's
it's really difficult for us in the UK as observers when we're watching Trump, and when you say things like just so, and I mean this just to show sort of international perspective. When you say Trump draining the swamp, like that, to us is almost ironic humor. I mean, he is the swamp. We kind of get lost because you currently have the most laughable world leader that's ever existed.
Yeah.
And we find that so weird.
Yes.
When you hear people confidently say things like, yeah, he's draining the swamp, we can then think, what the fuck?
And that's something that a lot of international reporters and US reporters have said too. Like, even if you drain the swamp, you still have Trump.
Yeah.
You still have a newt. Haha, that's funny.
They're good though, because newts are lizards. They're okay. They're all right out of the swamp, so you can drain it. They're all right. Around.
But I mean, a lot of people in the vape community have hope that Trump is going to, change the FDA, and he's going to, get, just magically disappear the FDA regulations and the deeming rule and all this stuff. And I don't know if he has that power really, but
I think he would.
I think if he did, I think it would be it'd be luck rather than judgment. I don't see him doing it on purpose.
I think it's going to be completely accidental.
Yeah,
it's a good step. The new head of the FDA, I think, is going to be really good for vaping. And HR 1136, I think, is going to be really good for vaping. And I hate relying on Congress to pass this bill that we want to get passed, because Congress is just the worst. They're just awful. They just passed the bill that lets internet service providers sell your search history.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that passed. That's a thing that they passed. And now, I'm relying on
Congress. You do mean Republicans?
Or whatever.
Nobody else
passed it.
Yeah.
Whoever took money, lots of amounts of money, to pass this bill.
I think 2 Democrats voted for it, and the rest was all Democrats.
Was all
Republicans. I would like to say right now that Nick and I are neither Republicans nor Democrats.
We're not going to have a political discussion because
right.
It always turns into a melee of nightmares. Let's not do that.
Yeah,
if you're really interested in finding out how we feel about American politics, listen to Politicast. It's one of the podcast episodes, and I thought it was pretty good. It's just us raging about the American politics, basically.
Yeah. We find out from Flitzy as well. Flitzy keeps us informed quite a bit as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love Flitzy.
So you're throwing all your weight behind HR 1136, yeah?
Yeah, we're throwing the majority of our weight behind HR 1136, and it's it's just this personal conflict in my head of buttering up to politicians to get the legislation that we want passed, and in the meantime, they're passing all this awful legislation that makes you hate them as people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's a double-edged sword, but I have faith in the bill rather than the people in Congress right now.
Well, that'll be the thing there after they've gone, yeah. So I mean, yeah.
That's what you. I think that makes perfect sense. That's life. You get cozy up and whatever else with people you don't really like to make sure the right thing's done.
Yeah. I'm not going to ask the next one because I put it in there, and it's to be honest, it was something that kind of cropped up, and it was advocacy, and we're not doing that. So because that's
the one and the same.
So vape jam, go on, John.
Fuck yeah, Vape Jam. Well, Nick's already been over to the fantastic UK.
Yes.
But so I'm going to move to Ruby first. What is? You've not been over, have you? Or have you?
No, never. Which is strange.
No, never.
No, I've. And
you're landing next Friday, aren't you?
Thursday.
Oh, Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm at Vape Jam on Thursday.
You should message me because Nick's birthday is Thursday.
Oh.
Excellent.
Yeah, you're not going to remember all weekend anyway.
We're
so-
still brewing on Friday and Saturday anyway. So
Yeah.
Are you out for coming? First question. So I don't know what you're up to on Friday night, but we were thinking about going into London and away from Jam on Friday.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Hitting Shoreditch, which is like trendy London. If you
Cool. I'm
fancy it.
down.
Excellent.
We were actually thinking about on Friday because it's B2B, I think, on Friday. And so we can leave the show a little earlier. I was talking about this, I don't remember with who, but yeah, we were thinking about maybe doing London things on Friday. So I'm down.
that's what we were thinking as well. Taking you guys up to Shoreditch, hitting the Brewdog pub, and seeing a real bit of London rather than the tourist London.
Sounds good to me.
Anyway, we have to talk for the other people who aren't allowed to come with us to that. Right. Ruby, what are you expecting from London and from Vape Jam?
I'm not sure, actually. I've heard from other people that there's a lot of American vendors there, which will be interesting. I'm looking forward to obviously meeting a lot of the UK viewers and the UK listeners from the podcast, and I'm excited to meet everybody and meet you guys and just hang out. But that's my most. I don't know what to expect really, but I can say what I'm looking forward to. And I haven't really tried a lot of UK juice before, so I want to try like some new and different e-liquids while I'm out there for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, UK juices. Yeah, there are some good ones. I think you tried one a long time ago. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was something like vampire vape, or it was, I can't remember now. It was ages and ages and ages ago.
I don't remember. I've tried a lot of e-liquids through the course of reviewing them on the channel, but there's some new stuff out that I haven't tried, so I definitely want to try some new stuff. Check out some new gear. Always, that's super fun at shows if I can have a chance to like go around and check out some of the tables and some of the vendors who are there, because they have stuff that's either difficult to get in the US or impossible to get in the US.
Yeah, I think we have quite a lot. I think there's the Modders. Is it Modders Block this year, or I don't know what they called it this year. Modders Block. There'll be I'd imagine there'll be quite a few European mod makers there.
Yeah, I'm excited to check out that stuff in IRL, because I know a lot of them don't make it out to the shows in the States.
Yeah, it'd be Stabwood heaven.
I want to just look at it and just drool.
Where is he? He's there. John's there.
Back.
So Nick, you've already been over. What was the thing that you kind of regret not doing last time that you want to do this time instead?
I don't know. I want to see more of London. We didn't really do anything. We just stayed kind of around the event area, which was fine. I know that it's difficult to like drive around in London, at least from my point of view. Like the ride from the airport to my hotel, it was like 12 miles, but it took over an hour to get there.
We won't be driving anywhere. We'll just grab the train. What they've done? Yeah, they've dug like tunnels underneath London.
Cool. Yeah. So I would like to see more of London. The event itself is great fun. Everybody that I met was super nice. It's great fun.
I reckon you guys are going to love Shoreditch. There's graffiti everywhere. There's trendy bars and people with beer.
We thought of this a couple of weeks ago, and we thought we'll ask Ruby and Nick when we're on the show, see if they want to see proper London. Yeah, and then we'll take you out. We have proper beers. It's very cool.
That's what I want. That's what I'm after.
At the end of this section, I've had the members of the Ideal Home Show's Facebook group have been gift each. Don't worry, it's not a huge gift, with a budget of £5 from the Ideal Home Show group. And the person who suggested the gift is going to win a prize, and you obviously get the gift. That's going to be. I asked them for a £5 budget. What was something quintessentially British that you would enjoy? Some people are idiots and suggested German chocolate bars. Well, that's not. We might buy you some Kinder Bueno anyway. Nick.
Scotch egg or something.
Oh yeah.
Scotch egg might be.
But Kinder Bueno is definitely German, so there's no way it's not quintessentially British. Anyway, we'll do that at the end. That must be more to get out of Vape Jam, though. Are you going to go and see the sights as well, Ruby? Are you going to go and see Buckingham Palace and wave at the Queen and all that?
I mean, I'd like to. It's just a matter of finding time to go do it, you know? Like, take some photos and go, like, walk around and see things is something I definitely... We're only there for such a short period of time. And, you know, the show, the event itself is hosting Nick and I to go out there. So we obviously need to, like, you know, go and promote the show and be at the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't want to just be like, I'm not showing up today. I'm going up to the Queen or whatever.
I don't think you might not be able to actually meet her though if you went to
just start like I'll just hold up like and say anything. I'll just hold up like a big stereo, the boombox.
Yeah.
Just play her.
Yeah. As long as you tweet her first, she's fine.
Yeah. So
if it's a Saturday or a Sunday, she's always been drinking, so she's more of a laugh. So more
perfect.
Of a
Okay, I'll go.
Yeah, she comes out and signs photos and things on a Sunday.
She high fives the crowd like it's like an Apple store opening. It just kind of comes out.
Does she then crowd surf? Does she crowd surf?
It's awesome.
That's what I would hope. Yeah, that's what I hope.
Strong elastic knickers on just in case he's kind of going over.
At least we'll get Friday night out anyway. That'd be
for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I have this obsession with the London Eye too. I kind of want to go in it.
Oh yeah.
Or at least look at it.
Get to that. You've only
it's only over the London Eye.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I think you need to get the cable car over the Thames and then walk down to the West Bank and then.
I at least want to like look at it. I think it looks so cool.
That's Israel, John.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, you're right. That is Israel. Yeah, West Bank. I do mean the South Bank.
Need to go into the demilitarized zone.
That's what I mean about Freudian slips. That's what I mean. I've just caused an international incident. I'm saying the wrong thing.
No,
there are no cable cars on the West Bank.
I was going to ask. Obviously, you know we're heavily linked with the Plumes guys.
Yeah.
Help not creators. You guys hang out with the Plumes a bit. We want some dirt on the Plumes.
Oh, okay. I don't really.
I got nothing. I got no dirt on the Plumes, man.
I don't really have anything either. I'm sorry.
Does Sean cheer up in real life?
Yes.
I've heard a rumour Marsty likes to take, wherever he goes, he likes to take ice cream with him.
What? Sean?
No,
Mast.
Oh, Mast.
Yeah. Does he take ice cream with him to these events? And
I don't think that's factual.
No, I don't think I've ever seen Mast with ice cream ever.
Does he,
does even out to dinner, he didn't even order it.
Okay.
Your question though about Sean, it's funny because whenever we hang out in person, like we are just like, you know, he's so like friendly and nice and we hug and it's all great and we chit chat and talk and everything. But then sometimes like on the show he's just, you know, anyway. High horse things. And then, you know, and then in real life, I think when you really hang out with Sean, I just think he's so lovely to hang out with.
He looks so happy on your travel vlogs.
I know.
He looks so sad on the show.
Was it Craig's comment the other day really creased me up? Craig said, watching Plumes, Sean just crossed his arms. I'm out.
I'll be honest. The first time that I saw Nick in a hangout actually was in the Reddit hangout when you slept on Sean's. You slept at Sean's, didn't you? It was about
yeah.
2 years
that
ago,
was for the VCC Pittsburgh event. Yeah, that was good times.
Were you asleep on the couch?
I think so. That's the couch I slept on.
Didn't everyone make fun of how big Matt's knees were?
Yes. Because he was on the couch behind me for the Plumes show.
Yeah.
And I had a boner pillow.
Yeah. The boner pillow.
You had a boner.
Everyone in chat was like, "Why does Nick have a pillow on his lap?" And then
Just
someone was
in
like,
case.
"It's a boner pillow."
Boner pillow.
And then the chat was making fun of how big Matt's knees were.
Yeah, they're gigantic. They're like soccer balls.
I will say, I think I'm the only one of us who's met a Plumes in person. I think.
Yeah, Fu in New York, is that right?
I met Fu in New York on my honeymoon. I made my wife go out and drink with Fu.
Good.
That's amazing. Yeah, but yeah, Fu met us at our hotel. He's fucking awesome. Like, absolutely adore Fu.
Yeah, Fu's great.
What have we got next? We've got
on a more serious note, the juice making. You guys, you got juice companies, you got juice makers.
Yep.
Juice.
Yeah. What's
Just
the
juice all over the place?
Yeah, I mean, what are the pros and cons to having your own juice company? Because on the podcast, you guys make it sound like it's not a bed of roses.
What's
No.
Moy, do you and Nick exchange juices occasionally?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I just mailed Nick a giant. No, not juice. Don't be disgusting.
Oh,
E-liquid.
Oh, come on.
E-liquid.
oh, what an easy goal that was.
Oh,
You went there.
God.
Oh.
It.
We do exchange e-liquid, vaping e-liquid. Yes.
Yeah.
That's gross.
No, it's
Gross.
Unbelievable.
But having an e-liquid company, I mean, Lanco Vapor's been around for 2 years now, and it's a lot of fucking work, man. It's a lot of work. But that's the in and out of it. It's a lot of fucking hard work. And
What's the killer? Is it the regs?
yeah, the regs are a part of it for sure. But just being an entrepreneur and owning a company just in any capacity is difficult. Because it's all you know, you're not working for anybody else. You're working for yourself, and you carry the entire responsibility of your failure or your success. So it's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of stress. And you know, our primary income, it comes from our e-liquid line. So it's a lot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to be perfectly fair, I think, you know, Rick holds exactly that responsibility, and I just left my career for a career in vaping, so and that now pays.
I understand what you're
for
saying.
everything around us. So yeah. So,
I've never worked harder. I've never been as rewarded, not just financially, but it is satisfying. But it's bloody hard work. It's. I live and breathe vaping now.
Yeah.
I hardly have time to see real friends. I say real friends. You're my friends, but people that live down the road, I don't see them as often as I see you guys.
It's like, well, I've only been doing this a month, and on a Friday evening when I come home from work, I fall in the door. Like, I am totally fucked. I've got no more left to give. I'm absolutely fucked when I come in the door on a Friday night.
And Nick can speak to this as well.
I absolutely love it. I would never, I would swap it. Absolutely fucking love it. But fall in the door on Friday night.
Nick can attest to this as well. But when you're working for yourself, you have to create a schedule for yourself. And if we didn't have schedules for, like, you know, okay, on Mondays I do this and this and this, and then Tuesday is this, and Wednesday is this and this and this. Like, if you don't stick to that schedule, then you will just become a lazy piece of shit. and not work.
The flip side to that is you're never out of the office though, because you work from home, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So psychologically, that must be really hard.
Bedroom. It's actually.
It is.
Yeah.
My office with a bed in it.
Yeah, it's messed up working from home. Here's a great solution that I found recently is on any day that is like a day off, which, if we're being honest, there's no real days off. But if it's a Saturday, then I stay upstairs. I don't even come downstairs or walk into my office at all because office is work. And if I'm upstairs, then that's chill time. Let's watch Netflix and drink a beer, and that's upstairs. That's home, and then this is work. And so making that decision in my head was a great idea.
You do need that separation though, especially I used to work at home, and you just work too much, don't you? You haven't got that cut off point of traveling to work and coming home.
Right. You have to create
yourself.
You do. You have to create those times when, like, okay, I'm not very good at like creating if I need to get something done. But the weekends for me, Saturday and Sunday, I try really hard to not come in the office. I try really hard to just do family stuff because, you know.
Because Ruby, Josh doesn't vape, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, he does vape. Oh, right. Sorry, because my wife doesn't vape, so I kind of, for her, the whole thing's completely, everything's alien.
Mental.
It's metal.
I was saying just before we went live, I was saying to when like my wife's coming down to Jam to hang out, so she'll come out for a drink and stuff, but she won't come into Expo to Jam. Sorry, because her face when somebody asks me to like sign their mod, she just thinks, "Why that John's just fucking up someone's mod? Why?
Yep.
The fuck is she doing
Yeah.
that?"
Well, now, but now that he works with me full time on Lanco Vapor with the business.
Oh, cool.
Taking all the product shots and photos, and he does some of our like bookkeeping and some of like our legal stuff and some of our accounting stuff. He does a lot of that work.
I'm gonna lie to my wife and say your husband doesn't vape.
My wife works with me now as well in the business, so that's cool, man.
Yeah, so we can't escape vaping at all. Like it's 100% vaping all the time.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And Nick, you were saying, I saw your post earlier on Instagram that Namber Juice has been around for, is it 5 or 4 years?
Oh, since 2012. Yeah. That's
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years. That's
Wow.
crazy.
That's good.
And it's a struggle every day, man. I look at the vape industry and I see so many companies and brands that have been this like flash in the pan. Like they just appear, they're around for a couple of months, and then they're gone. There's no longevity. And I'm like, I cannot let that happen.
Yeah.
Like I mean, for 5 years, you try to stay relevant. It's a struggle, man.
Move into concentrates and then find a distributor in the UK. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on board with that.
What's the website again?
I'll have a chat with you next week, Nick.
Okay, we'll do that.
With the FDA, the current regs, is that it for you guys? Like, no more lines? You can't do another line as it stands?
You can release a new line in a different country. That's perfectly legal.
Sure. I mean, technically in the United States right now, no new products are allowed on the market after August 8th last year. After August 8th, 2016, that's it. You can't have any new products on the market. But China doesn't care about that. They don't live by, I mean, China's just cranking out stuff like crazy. And then I think because of that, a lot of American companies just kind of said, fuck it too. Yeah. And started releasing stuff. I mean, after August 8th, like highly no. Like that's a big no. And Ruby and I were talking about this, and I haven't done anything since August 8th, and I know Ruby hasn't done anything since August 8th. So for us, we're more or less abiding by that rule of no new products, but a lot of people aren't. And,
but they're the same people that you were talking about, Nick. They're the flash in the pan, because we've got the same thing in the UK at the moment where we know that the 2 mil regulations coming in with the tanks, and some people are flying very, close to the sun, and some people aren't. And you just let them do it. And see how far they go.
It's crazy too with us. Speaking of like getting our e-liquids to the UK market, and we've done what we can do for now, but we're both in the process of getting all of our stuff in order so that we can really sell it, especially in the UK. And it's been kind of a nightmare because we're any sort of like compliance officers, like we don't have any like lawyers helping us, out in the UK and the EU helping us decipher the TPD rules in each country. So it's very, very difficult for companies American companies to get their stuff out there.
But just as a free thing, Ruby, just send me a message after the show, saying.
Well, no, I'm saying we're working on it.
No, but I know somebody who will just give you advice because he's lovely. He's in chat at the moment. I can see him right now, and he'll definitely help you out with that.
Well,
awesome.
We've very, very soon, within the next month, within the next like 6 weeks, we should have Lane Cove in the UK. So stay tuned.
Yay.
And it's definitely in Belgium and a couple shops in France right now, but
Awesome.
the big stuff is coming in about 6 weeks.
Well, Nick's stuff's bloody everywhere over here, so I mean, it's
Yeah, well, it is for now. Luckily, we have Herman Vapes at the moment, which is a great shop, great people, unbelievable people. I love Herman Vapes. We're trying to get everywhere. We're trying to get to as many places as we can, but like Ruby said, with TPD and registrations and lab testings and emissions testings, and each country is charging a different price to get registered and blah blah blah. It's a nightmare. It's really a nightmare, and things could go smoothly, but there's always a wrench in the machine, it seems like. And we keep running into this damn wrench in the machine, and you do the best you can, but fuck, man, it's a struggle.
You have to be able to make like long-term choices as well. Like when Nick and I were saying, we don't want our brands to be a flash in the pan. We're here for the long haul, and when you're preparing a product to really hit the UK and the EU like really hard, you have to make sure that you're being very strategic about it.
Yep.
And it's not just, and it's something that I've learned, I can't just throw a bunch of money at the problem. Like I can't just, not that I have a bunch of money, because I don't, but but you can't just throw money at the problem. You really have to work with the right people, have the right advice, have the right people advising you, and try to make strategic decisions that are going to make your brand, long lasting, rather than just, we'll just sell big bottles and then when May 20th hits, we're fucked. Like, I don't want to do that. I want to be here for the long haul.
I think there is that feeling in the US and the UK at the moment. Moving on. Both of you have done the similar thing. It's in the last 12 months. I think Nick did it first a bit, and then you did it more recently, Ruby, but which was the move away from traditional reviews.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was a long time coming. I think for both of us, I had been doing reviews for 7 years, and my heart was not in it to do here's the product, here's this, and this is what I think. And, thank you. 8 minutes later, I'm done. I just wasn't like, it was fine. I can do it. I just wasn't. I could tell watching back on my own videos, I could tell that I was not excited about doing it. And I'm like, people are going to watch this and think that I hate myself.
Yeah, or that you hate vaping,
or that I hate vaping or something. And so I wanted to do something that, satisfied me on a creative level, and something that was really fun to do. And so that's when I started doing the Tuesday Bro Tuesday stuff in addition to the vlog stuff. I just find it more satisfying. It's a better creative outlet for me, and it's honestly way more fun to do than a bunch of standalone reviews, in my opinion. And I think that's the conclusion that Ruby got to as well.
Yeah, exactly. And I switched to more of the long format, like once a week, Ruby Cruise Day stuff. Like about, I don't know, Nick, was it like 6 months after you, or 4 months after you, like that?
Roughly.
We were talking about it. I just couldn't handle, honestly, just didn't like making standalone reviews anymore. It wasn't exciting. I didn't care about the content. And if I don't care about the content, then no one's going to watch it. And my queue was so fucking long. Like my queue was like astronomical. And so by the time I'd get to something, there were already like, 20 reviews out for it. And so people are like, why are you reviewing this? People have already reviewed it. And I'm like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? So
I really like the fact that you and Nick have now sort of free-forming the word fuck in everything.
Yeah, sorry.
after an hour and a half with us, it's like fuck, Fuck.
That's the podcast is very similar.
yeah.
So I just didn't care, about that anymore. And I wanted to talk about other things besides just vaping on the show. I wanted to talk about vaping topics and talk a lot more about advocacy things. And I've always enjoyed making, vlog style programs. So I was like, I'm going full show format. It's just a lot more fun to make. I care about the content a lot more. We do Troll Corner every week now, which is so fun. And it's just, I like the content a lot more. And it's actually shown in my analytics too, that the audience enjoys it a lot more as well.
Yeah.
I think you definitely get more of a view of both of you as people rather than as, as reviewers who just kind of pick up stuff and fiddle.
And
with
we're both still reviewing things. They're just not really I don't do standalone reviews anymore. They're embedded within the show.
Yeah, it's not a traditional thing. And there comes to a point in your YouTube, career that, when you're trying to grow your YouTube, you're doing the newest products first. And people are watching your YouTube to see that newest product first. And I feel like at this point, 4 years, 5 years, 8 years, that people are going to watch my YouTube, not necessarily just to see this new Pharaoh RDTA. Like, that's not why they're going to watch it. They're going to watch it because they're part of this, this thing, this Grimm Green thing. And when I look at art or music or movies, that's why I enjoy things, because I want to be part of something.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
So, it's like when your favorite band is Metallica and you're looking forward to seeing Metallica and you're there with all the Metallica fans, you feel like you're a part of this group, like a team. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so that's why I think it's popular to watch these long format videos. It's why I watch the Ruby Cruise Day video. It's why people watch Tuesday Bro Tuesday, because they get to join in and be a part of this thing that's more than just, here's the newest RDA and I did it first, and that's why you're watching this.
We know that we get it from people buying beers on a Thursday to sit down and have a drink with us virtually.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm going to have a beer because the Ideal Home show's on, and tell the wife I'm going to be in there and I'm going to drink a beer.
Yeah.
And listen to me.
Yep. No, absolutely.
It's a very different audience.
There is. And there's something, I still think that standalone reviews are important for a lot of people. And, other channels who are still doing a lot of standalone reviews. That's awesome. And I wish them all the best. And people still watch all their stuff, and it's still a valuable thing for the vaping community. But I just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah. I think it's great. Yeah. I think everyone's happy that you're happy. I think it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
I think it really shows on video, especially when you're excited about what you're doing. Your whole demeanor is different. Your attitude is different. You have a much more positive attitude when you're doing something that satisfies you, rather than, oh, here's this newest RDA. I have to do a review for this week, or otherwise I'm going to be, irrelevant when my review comes out. Yeah.
So I will just let me just butt in very, very quickly, because my boss just messaged me and said, ask Ruby if she fancies an Ohm show / just add Nick private capsule on the London Eye. Is what he just said.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So that it just means you can book it. That's all he means.
Just say no, Ruby.
Just say no. I don't need to go.
You have to. You have to book that. If you want to go to London Eye, you have to book it.
Book a ticket. Yeah. I think I'll just be satisfied just seeing it. I just think it looks cool, just seeing the Thames and da da da. I think it'll be nice.
That's the music that plays when you're there. It just goes.
There's little music all the way around.
I jumped on Craig. Craig, sorry, what were you going to say?
No, I've completely. Oh no, I'll tell you what. I remember what it was. You were saying about kind of feeling tired in it. I think you made note of it really last year. I think it was really telling for you, really, wasn't it? You were kind of you were doing the con circuit, and I think you thought, I can't. You could tell. You could tell, couldn't you?
Yeah. There's a lot about this industry or profession that can burn you out really quickly. And it's hard to rise above that, because we do things that normal people don't do. And, working from home is a perfect example of when I was at work, when I worked at a job at Starbucks, at the end of the day, it was like, let's see how little I can do so that the clock runs out so that I can go home. Yeah. And at the end of the day, when you're working for yourself, it's always the same thing. You're always thinking, let me just do a couple more things. Let me just finish up these last couple things before I go sit on the couch.
Do you find it weird? Because I often have to, I watch people who are paid by the hour, and it's a really different, it's a totally different thing, because they can make one thing last, as you say, for like 4 hours.
Yep.
And I'm one of those people that likes to think when it's done, it's done. Yeah. Done. Fuck it. I'm finished.
Right.
And I can't, watching somebody try and eke something out, it's painful.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Just fucking do it.
Yeah. On my, I have 2 busy days a week, mainly, well, 3, 4. 3.
Oh, you thought you were going to go 5.
Like long
7 days, you're doing something wrong. Come on.
Well, like full like 12-hour days where I sit at the desk or I just work like straight for 12 hours, and I do that about 3 days a week. And so I try to kind of mush as much time into or work time into a shorter amount of time. I'm not saying it right. You know what I mean? I'm trying to take a 5-day work week
instead of hard, basically.
Right. And so I'll work like a 12-hour day, 3, sometimes 4 days in a row, so that I can give myself the weekend off. But like, I don't like fart around sometimes I fart in the office, but you know what I mean. Like
women don't fart. I've asked my wife, it doesn't happen.
But you try and get as much out. You try to compress this time. That's how I work anyway, because like you were saying, like eking out this time when you're working for yourself, it's completely inefficient, and it doesn't.
Yes.
It doesn't. You don't get. You don't get anything done.
Really weird. No. And just rolling on from that, we were just going to say, if you're going to, because this does kind of go straight from one into the other, which is the highs and lows of, and I have to use air quotes, which is the highs and lows of vape fame.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's a thing, I guess.
What's that? What's
Ruby,
that? What's
highs
that?
and lows of vape fame?
Is that a question for me?
I don't think.
Yeah, it's a question for you as well, Richard.
No, Ruby, you count. You can. In my eyes, you count.
No,
you get some disgusting shit said to you.
Yeah,
honestly, I'm embarrassed to be a man. When you read out some of the shit that men say to you, I'm embarrassed to be male. I'm like, for fuck's sake.
Famous by any means. I consider myself a girl,
but just that's
girl in an office.
Wait till you come to Jam, you're gonna get mobbed.
We got mobbed last year, let alone you two.
You're gonna get fucking mobbed.
I think having the channel for 3 years now, and people, it's cool, but it's not like why I do it. I think it's just something that's sort of happened unintentionally. But I don't know. I think having my own company and kind of like I've been working so hard on the channel and like trying to create good content for everybody, a positive thing is that I now, I have my e-liquid company, and so I can freely talk about it on the show, and maybe people will like it. I have an audience that will hopefully like the product that I'm making, so I can talk about that fairly freely on YouTube and on my social media and stuff. But that would be a positive thing. Of course, also just being a part of the vape community and meeting so many fucking people. Meeting so many people through the community has been amazing. Like if I didn't start vaping, I wouldn't have met Nick. I wouldn't have met Matt and V, you guys, the Plumes guys, and a ton of the other friends who I've made in the industry. It's incredible the people who I've met, through. Yeah, the main negative thing is, is probably trolls on YouTube. Also, people get handsy with me at events.
Yeah,
Ooh.
everybody. Yeah,
Oh.
people get handsy.
And people have started getting handsy with Nick too.
Yeah, people get handsy.
Like, do you remember that chick? Do you remember that chick last year at
What is
VCC?
handsy?
Handsy,
you remember-
you know, fucking
Handsy,
hugging,
like touchy.
Like touchy,
Oh, okay.
touchy.
Oh, they got like that with John last year. I think he got a good lick on the head last year, didn't he?
Someone broke my rib at a vape convention last year, trying to get overly handsy. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Some girl like groped Nick at VCC Tampa last year.
Yeah.
You remember
Yeah.
that girl? And she was like rubbing your back and your side, and you were like, "Oh my god, is this?" Do people? Yes.
Oh, we're so going to do that
You
now.
got Superman.
Yeah,
It was really
that's
awkward.
Friday. I'm going to get handsy with Nick on Friday.
It's still, you know, it never becomes like a normal thing to go to a vape event and get mobbed and take pictures and give hugs and shake hands. Like that's never a normal thing.
No, I will never.
Never a normal thing.
No,
No,
I'll never
it's
get
never
you.
a normal thing.
Like, you want me to sign your mod?
Yeah. Yeah, I signed some stabwood mods. I signed
Oh,
stabilized wood mods with a
Yeah.
big shiny silver Sharpie in Atlanta this last weekend. I'm like, are you sure you want me to sign this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Here we go.
I don't know about you guys over there, but we've only got the 4 events here in the UK. Do you get? Oh, well, you must do. Do you get a bit fed up with going to these conventions every other week?
Yeah, there's a lot.
Be honest.
Last year was a lot. In the year 2015 was a lot. We traveled a lot in 2015, 2016.
Yeah, 2015 was huge.
This year I've been very like I'm not traveling as much. I want to do more international shows this year, honestly.
At the end of our season last year, which was like August, we were kind of, all of us were totally fucked. Absolutely fucked. and it was nothing compared to what you lot do. Nothing.
We probably travel on average. I counted last year. I was traveling once a month for a show.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Which is a lot.
Yeah, it's about once a month. In 2015, I did 18 shows.
Wow.
That's too many shows, man.
That's too many
And you know,
shows.
the messed up thing is before every show, I was really excited about it. Like I still get really excited to go to vape shows. And then afterwards you kind of go, all right, I'm good for a while. And then the next one, I get all excited again. It's like I forget all the like sleepless nights and not eating lunch. And, you know, I forget all this stuff.
Oh, but I think we've got a little bit of a secret, which is because we see each other at vape events, and we had a meet up at Christmas. So our extra bonus is that we get to see our closest vaping mates the second we get there.
That's exactly what that's like. One of my favorite things about going to these shows too is that, you know, I get to hang out with Nick because I live in Colorado, he lives in California. I get to hang out with like Danielle, I get to hang out with Jess Marie and see Dwayne and like Kent, and you know, you get to like crew up and with your people. Like at ECC, we all got a big house together, and we rather than like all staying at a hotel and stuff, we just got an Airbnb, and we all just house together, and it was awesome.
That was amazing.
Which was the one in the field that looked really good?
That was ECC.
ECC. It was great. It was my favorite event last year. So
it was
fun.
So good.
So fun.
That's the future.
Well, that is the future. Definitely.
I hope
more in fields. Always in fields. I think we're just because I know this is going to take some time, I'm going to have to do the gifts for Nick and Ruby. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to have to skip the things that aren't British because people don't understand the word British. I tell you what, we'll get you some Kinder Bueno as an extra prize, Nick. I'll get you.
Perfect.
I'll go get you some Kinder Bueno.
I accept that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But they are definitely fucking German and definitely not British. Kinder, which is definitely German.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to skip and move and then we'll try and I will skip things that aren't doable. Somebody had written tea and crumpets. Well, I don't carry a toaster with me, so that doesn't fucking work.
Just put some coils.
Yeah, it's not going to work. One of the suggestions that's over and over again is Marmite, which I would be an experience for you to try, which is a yeast extract.
I know. I'm Australian. I know what Vegemite is.
Yeah.
It's the same
Vegemite,
thing.
yeah.
It's like a better Vegemite, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would not. No, thank you.
I see. I
I mean,
want to
I'll
try
try
that.
Nick ever tried it though? Has Nick ever tried it?
I've
Is it
never
a thing
tried
in
it.
America?
No,
Oh,
I've
I think
never
the-
even heard that word before, and I want it.
Marmite's great. Marmite's
Marmite.
the best thing. Marmite and butter on toast.
Yeah, you have to have it with butter for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll try and remember Marmite. We might get you that anyway. What I'm going to do is I'll run through these, and then the things at the end, the things that interest you, let me know. And you can comment as we go through.
Okay.
Scotch egg for Nick. He mentioned them in his vlog recently.
Yep. Scotch egg.
An
I'm
egg
supposed to eat
covered
one.
in sausage meat.
Yes.
They're so good.
Elderflower cordial was another one that came up.
Yeah.
That doesn't even sound like a word to me.
I actually read the thread.
I'd
You
really,
guys-
you've already seen
did
it.
you?
See,
Yeah,
I would
I-
really like to see you try elderflower cordial because I can't think of anything that is even close to it. That
But
you've-
Americans don't even do cordial.
no.
I don't know
And
what that
no,
word
no,
means.
no.
It's like
Ruby-
like a syrup that you mix with
Just-
water to make a juice.
No, it's like Ribena. You've already.
Yeah, it's
you've
just like
done that.
yeah. In fact, I think you
Yeah.
can get
No, it's not.
elderflower.
It's like this incredible floral fucking
No, but it's
orgasm.
it's a syrup.
It's
It's a
amazing.
syrup. You can actually buy it at IKEA.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that.
What?
Cheese comes up a lot.
It's like
I don't know-
Tang. It's like Tang New.
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard of this. You have something in America a lot like this. I don't know how you'd pronounce it. We call it bacon over here. You have this sort of stripy shit that you call bacon, but we don't call it. Melton and Mowbray pork pie.
Oh, Melton Mowbray pork pies win with Stilton on top.
Tunnock's wafers, which is a wafer biscuit with chocolate on it. Do you have Cadbury's cream eggs?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We
Yeah,
have.
okay.
We,
Cadbury
it's,
cream eggs.
yeah.
Okay, that's pointless. Black pudding.
Oh, that's risky.
No. I don't
That's
know.
Breakfast.
pig's blood, oatmeal, mace, and like spices in a like a sausage. It's like really dark. We'll have a breakfast in London. You get black pudding.
Oh,
I'm gonna
God.
Google black
It's
pudding.
savoury.
We'll have it at lunchtime.
It's savoury.
Oh no, that doesn't look good at all, you guys.
It's not.
He's googling.
looks
There's nothing good about that.
good.
It's rank.
Jaffa cakes. Somebody said that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Jaffa cakes?
Jaffa,
Jaffa cakes.
but they have an accent.
Jaffa.
Jaffa. Jaffa cakes.
Jammy. Now we go for biscuits. We have more biscuits than any other country in the world. Jammy Dodgers, ice gems.
Jammy
Dodgers.
Dodgers.
Jammy Dodgers.
Yeah, we've had those. Those were at the ECC Squad House.
This
Were
is
they?
the worst.
Yeah.
Somebody's just said this to make me say this, and I will say it, but remember the context. Somebody's put brain faggots, which is
What?
definitely a meat
They're
product.
meatballs.
Meatball.
They're meatballs.
Meatballs, basically.
Okay.
But we
Okay.
call them faggots over here sometimes.
Nick, I need you to Google this stuff because I don't trust them.
I just googled Jaffa cakes, and Jaffa cakes look legit. Like I want to
They're
eat
great,
them.
oh, they're
Yeah,
wicked.
they're
They're like
really
a
good.
Jaffa cakes.
cake
So
with
keep
chocolate
those
on
in your head. Somebody's got a pack of Love Hearts, some Frazzles, which are bacon flavour crisps. That's the thing I spoke about earlier. Bacon.
Sounds good.
Basil's our winner.
Nick's opening up tab after tab of Google.
Yeah, I have like 12 tabs open right now.
So
a can of Guinness,
we'll just make a hamper.
a Cornish
It's a
pasty, and a can
Yeah.
of White Lightning.
Well, I want the Cornish pasty.
You want the Cornish pasty? Get you a gig.
And sausage rolls. I want mince.
You've got to go to, you can only get a Cornish pasty in Cornwall.
In Cornwall, I know. So someone bring one to me.
Bring me all of the Cornwall.
Bring me something from Cornwall.
I'm going to send you some over. I go down to Cornwall every year. I'm going to send you some real Cornish pasties. They're frozen and sent.
Somebody said a Rolf Harris xylophone. Oh fuck! Not Rolf Harris. Scratch that one. Some English jam, not jelly. It's quite good.
Okay.
So you have jam, which is shit. Oh, Lynx. You have Axe body spray, which is fucking terrible.
Yeah, we have that.
Yeah, I almost Googled that. I'm like, wait, we have that.
It smells sort of like desperation and adolescence sort of turmoil.
Yeah,
it smells like.
Surely, if we're in London, we've got to give them. They got to have pie and liquor.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get some
jelly and eel.
Do you know what pork scratchings are?
Pork scratchings?
Is that like crackling?
Yeah.
Yes.
Crackling, but in a bag.
Yeah, we have that. We have that. We have in a bag. We have that.
Do you have chocolate digestive? Do you have chocolate digestive biscuits?
If you go to the right shop, you can get them.
Okay, fuck you, not. Kiss me quick, hat.
See, I know all this stuff because my mom. You know, I grew up with all this stuff.
I literally just see the best thing that you could ever get, Ruby.
Okay.
That you would want, which is, but wait, it's clever.
Mm-hmm.
It's a teapot.
I have like 3 or 4 teapots. In fact, they
just for the others not understanding the joke, it was an office joke for people who don't get that.
Teapot, yeah. Put special prizes inside of it. And so I saw in the thread too that someone they wanted me to have a tea cozy, like a knitted tea cozy. I actually have a collection of knitted tea cozies. My grandmother, before she passed away, she knit tea cozies.
Scrambled. I'm really trying to work out a way to make this quicker and funnier.
Pork scratchings.
Have you ever tried iron brew?
You found them?
What about iron brew? If you want to.
Oh yeah, I've had that.
You've had iron brew.
I've had iron brew. Yeah, I went to. This is a dumb story that nobody cares about.
Oh, yeah.
Once upon a time. Yeah. So my mom is obsessed with Scotland and Ireland and that whole area. And so in America, we go to the Scottish Highland Games every year in California, and they have loads of, caber toss and meat pies and Watney's ale. And they had that iron brew energy drink. And I drank it all weekend and it was great.
That's very good. Very good. Very good. Yeah. There's a lot of beer suggestions that we buy you a lot of beer, which we'll buy you beers. Fine,
we'll buy you beers.
Yeah. Good. Thank you.
Way too many of them.
No.
Especially as it's Nick's birthday, you're going to get fucking ruined. I say that. We have had to assure a lot of viewers that we're going to get you fucking ruined.
Yeah, in the UK, if it's your birthday, you don't buy a drink.
You don't buy a drink, so you're going to be nailed. Cadbury's chocolate, which is, you don't have that. We call it chocolate. I don't know if you know that word.
They just said they had cream eggs. They just said they get cream eggs, so they must get Cadbury's over there.
You must get.
You have to find it at the right shops though, like shops that carry like UK brands. Like one of my favorites are
I just thought of an easier way to do this. Fuck reading the rest of this thread because it never ends. Nick, what British thing would you like, and what your answer matches, we'll fucking buy you, and that person will win a prize.
Whatever the.
Because I tell you what, that's a shitload faster.
Whatever the cakes. What cakes?
Jaffa
cakes. Those for sure, hands down. I need a bunch of them. I'm really interested in like this pork scratching situation.
We'll get you that pork scratchings.
Quick
Jaffa
question.
Cakes.
Why are some of the pork scratchings hairy?
Oh, that just happens. That's a good pork scratching. That's
because
they have like the hairs.
Because they're pigskin. They're pigskin.
Yeah. Every so often, you will get a nipple on a pork scratching.
Okay. Oh God.
and there's just some that are hairy.
The person who said, whoever said Jaffa Cakes and whoever said pork scratchings, you're going to win some Shiners.
Go on, Nick, what was the last one? Nick, what was the last one?
Pork scratchings.
Yeah,
you got pork.
Yeah,
pork scratchings, Jaffa Cakes. Anything else?
No, just anything but black pudding.
Yeah, okay.
Marmite as well. For
oh yeah, Marmite.
Yeah, we'll get Marmite.
Yeah, I'll put Marmite on as well. Yeah.
And you'll win vinyl Shiners and the Inals. And Ruby, what do you want?
I would like some tea for sure, like tea bags. Tea.
Yeah, but what do you want? Do you want some decent tea?
Yorkshire tea.
Yorkshire tea.
Actually, whichever brand you prefer, I drink black tea constantly, and in fact I was just enjoying some blackcurrant twinings. That's the tea I grew up on.
Yeah,
we have twinings over here.
Yeah, tea, just black tea is what I need.
What if we got you English breakfast? Because that's so lovely.
Yeah,
but like yeah,
we'll get you a mix. We'll buy you a mix.
Whatever you think. I need tea that's from the UK. I need it in my life because I'm almost out of my Australian tea, and I could go for some.
Okay,
British
we'll
tea.
sort that. Is there anything else you wanted? Tea and
those bacon crisps.
Frazzles.
Oh, you want frazzles? We'll get you some
frazzles.
We'll get you some frazzles.
Put me down for some frazzles too.
Yeah. We'll get you some frazzles.
Because the pork scratchings and the frazzles will be in the pub anyway.
Perfect.
Yeah, exactly. We've won.
But
Ruby, a
packet to take home of the frazzles would be fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll give you a multi-pack of frazzles.
And your last one.
Fuck, I don't know.
You want some chocolate? What chocolate? We're gonna get Nick some.
Cadbury roses. Do you guys have those there?
Yeah.
We'll get you a fuck off tub of Cadbury's roses.
That would
Cadbury
be
roses.
They're so good. Yeah. My mom sometimes gets them, and
they're like a selection box of chocolates.
They're so good.
There you go. Tea, frazzles, tub of roses.
Yes, that's perfect. Yay, presents!
Nick's looking jealous now. Wait there. Does Nick want a tub of roses as well?
Well, I didn't know that they had like goo in the middle, like they have cherry goo and stuff. I'm really into that.
Right, let's get him some roses as well. Okay.
Okay. Nick just gets like 7, and I just.
We'll chuck in some extras because Josh is there as well, so you get double.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I'm so excited.
I think
I want all this food.
That's about the live show. I think we're about done. That's an hour and 55 minutes.
Wow.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
I think
that
so.
went mental. Are there any last things?
I've got something actually that I'll bring to Jam. I've got something quintessentially British. I've made some sloe gin.
Okay.
Which is sloe berries, these sort of very tart tiny little plum berry things, and you steep them in gin, and it makes it red, and it's lovely, really nice.
That sounds great.
It really is nice.
That sounds good.
It really smooths out the gin as well. It tastes.
I've got vanilla and sugar in there as well, and it's just. I'll bring a hip flask of sloe gin.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Man.
Yeah.
Right.
It's good.
I think that'll do. Wow, that was mad.
Cheers for coming on, guys.
Thanks for having us. Thanks so much for having us.
No, thank you. I'm glad you could make it at last, Nick. The last time we saw you was like you were on Sean's phone. Just kind of.
Yep. Sorry. Thank you, man. Thank you, guys.
That's all right.
Yeah, thanks ever so much for coming on.
Culture of Clouds podcast as well.
Yes.
Make sure you all tune in and watch the Culture of Clouds podcast.
Watch it. Yeah.
Just watch it.
If you like this, you'll love that.
Just imagine them in your head.
Well, I can't wait. I'm buzzing. Can't wait to meet you and Ruby and Nick on next week. We're gonna have good fun on Friday.
Absolutely.
Keep that Friday here. We're gonna go and have a real good Cockney knees up.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
Oh God!
I'll be live from Jam this time next week.
Fantastic!
From we've got the apartment above the pub that we're all going to be drinking in. So
outside the front door where you were last year, Nick. He's above it.
I'm above that pub. That's exactly where I am.
Crazy.
Perfect.
Fun.
Right. Anyway.
Thank
Bye.
you for watching, everyone. See you next week.
Bye,
Yeah.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Beverages.com.
Oh.
Go vaping.